So, what are my thoughts? Shmas. So, Muhammad Ali had a phrase that was really good for the situation is you have a plan until you get a punch. Um, so, that could be me getting hit by a car. Um, yeah, Muhammad Ali had a phrase to say, you have a plan until you get punched. So, I have a school plan, but I have to adjust it for every school. So I'll say that again. I have a plan for my teaching at a university, but that really depends on the class. So every class, if I want to just teach like a robot, here's my plan, everyone, do this, do that. I'm trying to do that, but every student's group needs a little bit of help. So what I'm saying is if you're teaching, you have to adjust, or you can be a robot. So I'm trying to adjust so each student can have a great time. And yeah, should be good. Hello, 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 hello. Hey, hey. So yeah, um, and yeah, it takes extra work, but you have to adjust for students. Some students come in low level, and the big thing I think with students is if you could teach them without them thinking they're learning, that's the best teaching, where they're doing something, they're having fun. I think I've had a class recently, like today, they're laughing 4 or 5 times. So they're getting the jokes, but my job is not to be an entertainer. My job is to get them to um, use the information to make their own decisions for the class. So it's supposed to be student centered. My job is not to talk or lecture, just to facilitate their discussion, which is really cool. This is a really great photo I take every day. Yeah, so it's pretty good. I let the students read everything. I let them give me their opinions, try to hold back long observations, and just make sure, I guess my talking time will just to be make sure, do you understand it? Yeah, give me an example. So trying to get away from students just glossing over things. So fortunately, maybe the first few days we got to spend a lot of time going over the comprehension, and also not just comprehension, but how they understand everything. Can they take instruction? When I say go to this page or go to this homework, you read this. It looks like rudimentary stuff, but again, you have to tailor make the class for each student. Sometimes differently you can change things, but I'm finding the challenge really good where you can tailor make classes where students really feel engaged. So I'm just going to try that. So this is my second week at that university, and yeah, everything's a challenge. The biggest thing is getting the students used to my style, where I'm not going to talk a lot. They're going to be self-learners. So some students really want the teacher to tell them everything, but that's not really my class style. I'm going to be doing. It'll be really getting them to read, engage themselves, and it's really student-centered. So it's going to be a unique challenge, but I hope I can do it. Yeah, I want students to jump out and really feel they're engaging in the work that's being presented to them, and they're presenting the best front and have an ambition about the future. And yeah, it's good bumping into a few students I had last year, and yeah, I'm really interested that, or happy that the students level is really high. And I was telling a student today, the reason it's so busy and the work is hard here is because employers are training you, or expecting you to be trained to be ready for their offices when you join them, that you'll be ready to take on an amount of tasks. So once the student understood that, oh, I got it. And also I have to double check when I'm speaking. Some students are not used to an English speaker giving them instruction. They like to use their phone and translate it. So I'm trying to get to the level where they can hear and understand. It takes a little bit of time to adjust. It's like learning to walk when you were crawling. You're off balance. You're I guess the way you see things are so different. So, but it's a good opportunity for students to hear an English speaker and get the confidence. That's what I'm really trying to do. Facilitate, give confidence to students, and hopefully they're not going to be aware so much that they are going to feel, oh, I'm learning a lot because I'm studying myself with the teacher assisting me. So that kind of thing. So hopefully it'll be good. Hello everybody. I'm in Tokyo reflecting on what I'm teaching and how I'm going to be teaching it. It's not an uphill battle, it's just got to have a plan. Okay, have a great day everyone. And let's look at this lovely walk. This is Japan in the fall season. You can see a number of beautiful gardens. Really small streets. This is called the Torii. It's Japanese gate. Same you can see in Shoga. Oh, it'll be a lot bigger. But anyways, let's continue. It's October, well, the end of September, so weather is changing quickly. We're going from insane hot to mild hot. So hopefully there'll be some more flowers out. You can see the leaves starting to change. I think nature's picking up quickly what's going on. I really feel bad for animals. Like it's just, we went from extreme heat to now, oh, that's beautiful, to more mild heat, which is a pain. The houses in Japan are really small. You have to be used to that kind of thing. This is called the UR apartment. It's basically a basic unit apartments. They have them all over. It's more affordable apartments. Let's see if we can get a better look. Again, UR. You have to be here 2 years and then you can apply, and it kind of caps the amount of rent you would pay. Yeah, units are a little bit small, but I guess it's more affordable. It's a typical neighborhood in Japan. These are typical houses. Kind of like mini fortresses. This is a typical park. Probably one not used often. It's grass isn't shaved down, but yeah, it's a typical park, very small. People hang out, but it doesn't look like it's looked after here. This is where garbage is parked for pickup. Somebody left the pants. And this is typical Japanese house. A lot of laundry. A lot of people don't use dryers here, so they kind of leave the clothes to hang outside or around their houses. Very typical in Japan. So less dryers, maybe like California, kind of focus on letting things self-dry. A lot of people are using bicycles to get around. That's a garbage truck. Yeah, it's pretty standard. today is probably this area. Maybe it could be recyclables. That would be PET bottles, cans, glass. It's pretty typical that people are required to bring the helmets and they don't wear them. So it's an enforcement that's not enforced, or rule that's not enforced so strongly. These are candidates. There's a big election coming up. Yeah, these are typical townhouses, semi-attached. Yeah. The difference for sound that's really important in Japan, if you get a house, this is a detached house, standalone, but for heat, if you have a wood building, oh, this is a great garden. So if you have a wood structure, then that means the heat will flow in and out. Concrete will be more stable. Like this building's probably concrete. And it's a big difference for price. So if you get a building that has concrete, made of concrete, versus the inner structure is wood, you see another garden patio. Really nice, actually. If it's a wooden structure, it means it's going to be colder in the winter and hotter in the summer. That's basically it. So the concrete's kind of like a foundation structure and the insulation a little bit. A lot of buildings are not insulated here in Japan. So they like a natural flow of air and the dependence on a lovely thing called the air conditioner. All right. Oh, we got some motion here. Okay, let's see. Who sent a message? Okay, how do you say? Oh, wow. Do you say Japan? Nippon? Okay. Are you near a place called Ikebukuro? No, not in this area. Ikebukuro is another center part of the town. But maybe in another video, if I pass Ikebukuro, I can put it on my list, and if people want to know, yeah, different places. This area, yeah, it's near the Chuo line. Chuo line, if that's helpful to anybody. This is new construction, so this is the number one business in Japan is construction. The blue is to keep away birds. Birds have a dislike for blue colors. This went up rather soon. Yeah, if you see houses here in Japan, they're built quite quickly. This one went up, I think they went up like last June or something. It's almost done. It's quite nice. Oh, you can see that bomber in the background. Whatever that plane is. So this is a heavy machinery truck. Typical parking lot. Size trucks and vans are going to be a little bit smaller. So maybe family sizes are smaller? I don't know. It's a Hyundai, nice. This is a typical family car. This is a scooter. Also typical. With the scooters, I often see a lot of grandmothers riding it. So if you want to see something very funny in Japan, is watching all grandmothers like go around town on scooters. You can see the same thing in Vietnam. This is a typical community garden. But I think this part they're selling trees. We can see a little bit more of the community garden in a sec. It's really nice. So if people can't grow vegetables or something, they can grow it here. And the white things are, yeah, different members will have. So his look like cabbage. So you can rent a plot and just grow what you want. Yeah. The person looking for Ikebukuro, if you check some of my videos, There was a smoking video where I took a film of people trying to smoke in Japan. That video you can see. There's probably, I'd say about 10 videos on Ikebukuro. If anyone wants to see, go in my shorts section. You should be able to see it there. All right, we're getting up to a main street. That is typical transportation for mothers and kids. A lot of mothers are not driving as well, use the bicycle to get around. This is a construction building. Yeah, maybe carpenters. This is real estate office. This is a drink machine, so if you want to get hot drinks, usually they have red. So because it needed a lot of cool times, this would be about $1.20. Red means they're out. These are different coffee blends, strong coffee, different drips, milk tea, white grape. So this is a typical drink machine. Sometimes they take credit cards, and you get the travel cards here are called Suica. Suica is also used for kind of transportation cards that are easily to get around. So this is pretty common in Japan. And the bus and train cards are the same, called Suica or Pasmo. And you can get them digitally if you're coming to Japan. So it's really cool. We're coming up on a main street. Yeah, that's a typical building. This is a smaller one. Maybe older people are here. I don't know. The more central you live to a station or closer to a station, that's higher your rent. If you can go a lower, not famous station or not busy station, yeah, this could be good. This is normal for crossing the street. It just looks like this. We'll have a countdown clock. This is stop, of course. This is a bike. This is a real estate office. So this office will be a little bit cheaper. Yeah, it's about $600, $500. This is going to be a house you can buy. So they got rentals with the photos, and you can check online. 1K is kitchen. So almost one room. Typical bike shop. You'll see a lot of signs here for the streets, and they'll have a lot of them in English, so you don't have to freak out. But it's good. A lot of people use their navigation tools when they're going around, so that can help. Yeah. This is my bus. Okay. This is my bus. I'll talk to y'all. See you soon.